It seems like nowadays there are so many fitness gurus who are trying to sell people products that they claim instantly help shred fat and build muscle, but it isn't really necessary or that complicated to achieve most people's goals of getting that lean summer bod to show off at the beach. Throughout my years in the gym, from what I've seen, people just need a bit of clear direction and determination to help them push past their fitness precipice to get the look they desire. Fortunately, I will share with you the 10 most important tips to build muscle and lose fat at the same time, with the last being the most important in my opinion during my fitness journey. Welcome back to another exciting video. Today's video is about 10 tips to build muscle and lose fat at the same time. Before we start the video, please like, subscribe, and press the bell icon. Focus on resistance training 3 to 4 times a week. Many tend to think doing cardio is the main way to lose fat and get lean, but focusing on resistance training is significantly more important. Resistance training is also known as anaerobic exercise, which will burn calories for up to 48 hours while building muscle simultaneously as the muscle tissue repairs after. This phenomenon is known as excess post-exercise energy consumption, or EPOC for short. With regular cardio or aerobic exercise, the calorie burning only occurs throughout the workout and none after. This is not me saying that cardio doesn't contribute to fat loss, but resistance training is way more effective in doing so. Often you will see many people in the gym, especially girls, focusing on cardio because they think resistance training will make them look bulky and not get the lean look they are looking for, but that is not the case. Resistance training will help everyone achieve their fitness goals if done correctly. Progressive overload and gaining strength through key lifts. Progressive overload is the concept of increasing the weight, frequency, or number of reps during your resistance training. This will help in breaking through any strength plateau that you encounter through your fitness journey. In terms of building muscle while losing fat at the same time, progressive overload through trying to gain as much strength through increasing the weight of our key lifts will make sure you are maximizing your muscle potential, as your strength directly correlates with your lean muscle mass. An example of progressive overload would be increasing my bench from 135 pounds for 10 reps to 140 pounds for 8 reps, even if I am doing fewer reps. This will trigger a new muscle breakdown and repair within my body. Make sure when you are increasing the weight on our lifts to go by small increments. 5 to 10 pound increases will be normal for beginners, but as you progress, start using lighter weights like a 2.5 pound weight you have in your gym to ensure you keep building strength. To pair with your progressive overloading strategy, you will focus on 5 key strength exercises to progress in. These exercises will be bench press, deadlifts, squats, pull-ups, and dips. Maintain a small calorie deficit. To lose body fat, you must be eating at a caloric deficit. You see, a lot of people think that they can just lift and that will cause them to shred fat, and it can work to a point, but to achieve the most success when trying to lose fat, eating a caloric deficit and paying attention to your diet in general is just as important. To find the amount of calories you should consume to stay in a caloric deficit, it takes a simple equation. You take your current body weight, multiply it by 15, and then subtract that number by 500 to get your caloric deficit roughly. For example, my body weight is 180. To get my maintenance caloric intake, I multiply that by 15, which is 2,700. Then I subtract by 500 to get 2,200, which will be the amount of calories I aim for to cut fat while still being able to promote muscle growth. Make sure not to restrict yourself to low on calories, as this could lead to potential muscle loss. We also want you to feel healthy and not strain your body without the nutrients it needs. Eat 0.81 g of protein per pound of body weight. Making sure that you are getting the right amount of protein intake is very important for building and preserving the muscle that you have. You want to make sure that even though you are cutting, you have a high protein intake as a part of your diet, as this is vital to building and repairing your muscle, especially when you will be in a caloric deficit. This will be a key factor in getting that lean look you are going for, as you must remember we are trying to maximize as much lean muscle as possible while eating in a caloric deficit. With the example of someone being 180 pounds, the goal would be to eat 144 to 180 grams of protein per day. I understand you guys may be trying to cut on a budget and food is getting very expensive, so you should all be on the lookout for the best deals you can find on items like ground beef, chicken, eggs, and more foods with high amounts of protein. Reduce carb intake. Along with being in a caloric deficit while maintaining a high-protein diet, I believe you should be reducing your carb intake. No, this doesn't mean taking carbs completely out of your diet, but this means that it should be significantly reduced. You will realize with the caloric requirements already built in, you won't have much space for a lot of carbs in your diet anyway. What I noticed during my fitness journey is that having too many carbs often makes you bloated and feel tired, while being on a higher protein diet you are satiated and can still get along with your day without the feeling of having to take an afternoon nap. Being on a lower carb diet has been shown to help with metabolism as well, which is key in your fat burning journey. Intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is a great way to control your diet and caloric intake by focusing on eating only during a certain time window. Intermittent fasting helps boost your metabolism as you go for hours without eating. The body exhausts its sugar stores and starts burning fat. This is also known as metabolic switching. Works by prolonging the period when your body has burned through the calories consumed during your last meal and begins burning fat. I know this goes against our typical diets where we are constantly eating throughout the day no matter the circumstances. At first, it will take your body a bit of time to acclimate to your new eating structure, but you must push past the precipice where it will be a struggle at first and you will thank me later. Drink 2 liters of water a day. Drinking about 2 liters of water a day will go a long way in your muscle building and fat loss journey. When you drink a lot of water, it helps reduce hunger cravings you will get throughout the day here and there, and it also keeps you away from any sugary drinks that add unnecessary calories to your diet. Also, drinking lots of water has been shown to increase the amount of calories you burn, which is also known as resting energy expenditure. You may be struggling to drink the amount of water in a day as you may not be used to that as well. Something I found helpful to keep up with drinking about 2 liters of water a day is buying a 40 ounces and making sure I am filling it up 2 or 3 times a day. Keeping your water bottle around you at work or going about your day is key to remembering to consistently drink it throughout the day. Make sure to track your workout and diet. This is something I didn't pay attention to nearly as much as I started my journey, but you shouldn't make the same mistake. It may seem easy to remember everything you're doing in the gym and eating, but it is best practice to make sure you are writing down your workouts in the notes of your phone and tracking your weight and reps as you continually progressively overload. It will make it significantly easier for you to progress and notice the tangible changes in your strength and help you set goals for yourself to reach. Getting proper sleep and recovery. One of the most important aspects of building muscle is to make sure you are getting enough sleep to allow your body to maximize the muscle repair process as you rest. Sleep has a direct effect on your insulin levels, and the role of insulin is to shuttle amino acids, also known as the building blocks of proteins, into cells to be used for protein synthesis and storage. Also, you release more growth hormones during sleep than you do at any other time. Growth hormone is a vital part of muscle repair, so if you have a bad rest or don't sleep for enough hours, this can be severely impacted. Research has shown that reductions in sleep duration can lead to a catabolic environment in your muscles, which means your body is breaking down and you are losing lean muscle mass. Make sure to get as close as possible to 10,000 steps a day. The final tip, which is personally my favorite and believe is great to ensure maximum fat loss while building muscle, is to try to get as close to 10,000 steps as you can in a day. You'll often see so many people doing these intense cardio workouts claiming they are burning so much fat, but all they are doing is putting themselves in a state of great hunger. Don't get me wrong, there is a benefit in doing HIIT workouts to improve your cardiovascular strength and athletic ability, but in terms of purely losing fat and building muscle, it can do more harm than good. Typically, after you do a workout like this, you are so exhausted, and it sparks your hunger cravings massively, which tends to lead to people overeating to compensate for how they are feeling. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content.